Breaking today, new calls for action after a gunman kills at least 8 people at a Texas mall. Texas Democratic lawmakers expressing heartbreak and outrage, asking what will it take for Republicans to join them in taking action on gun reform. Well, joining me now is New York Congressman Richie Torres, a Democratic member of the House Financial Services Committee. It's good to see you again. So let's get into this right now, because whether it is this Texas rampage or the many other mass shootings this year, how much does it underscore that Congress's limited action on guns, like last year's red flag law, good it passed, however, it isn't anywhere close to enough? What is it going to take for leaders to make bolder moves?
Look, according to Gun Violence Archive, as of today, there have been more than 14,000 gun deaths in the United States. More than 600 children and teenagers have died at the hands of gun violence. In a rational society, every gun would be registered, regulated, and safely stored. Every gun owner would have a permit or a license, and every gun sale would be subject to a thorough and complete background check. But there's nothing remotely rational about a political system that's been captured by the NRA and that enables a fanatical few to filibuster gun safety at the expense of 330 million Americans. And it's profoundly disheartening to think that no amount of mass murder against children can break the iron grip that the NRA has on the Republican Party.
Sobering. Another troubling issue today, we're getting word about 13 people who've been arrested after protesters in New York City clashed with police, jumping onto subway tracks, this over the chokehold death of Jordan Neely. Police say that Neely, a homeless man who struggled with mental health, was threatening passengers when rider Daniel Penny put him in a headlock. That resulted in his death. Penny's lawyer says Daniel acted to protect himself until help arrived and didn't intend to harm him. Attorneys for Neely's family say there has to be a clear line of when lethal force can be used by anyone. What's your reaction to all of this, and what does it say about how people view the homeless and how New York City's handling it?
Well, Jordan Neely was not armed with any weapon. He did not attack any person. He did not manifest any physical threat. And so there was no justification for choking Jordan Neely for 15 minutes and then ultimately choking him to death. Like, Mr. Penny should be prosecuted for homicide in some form, whether it's murder or manslaughter. If the feeling of discomfort becomes grounds for killing the severely mentally ill, then we cease to be a civilized society. We cease to be governed by the rule of law. If you are struggling with severe mental illness, if you have no control over your mental faculties, if you have no ability to distinguish between right and wrong, you're a victim of your condition, and you should be treated with humanity and empathy.
Yeah. Let's move to President Biden. As you know, he meets Tuesday with the 4 congressional leaders on the debt ceiling. And today, the Treasury Secretary warned of economic chaos and calamity if the U.S. defaults as soon as June 1st. Do Republicans somehow doubt that deadline?
I don't know what planet the Republicans are living on, but it is profoundly hypocritical for the Republicans to claim to be fiscally responsible and then threaten to default on America. It's the single greatest example of hypocrisy in American politics. President Biden has spent more than 2 years creating jobs and strengthening the American economy, whereas Republicans are on a kamikaze mission to destroy jobs. According to Moody's, the Republican budget, what I call the Republican ransom note, would destroy 800,000 jobs in the United States, and it would gut the social safety net for senior citizens, veterans, essential workers, families with children. Our greatest Americans are in danger of becoming victims of a Republican ransom note disguised as a budget.
How serious is the prospect of a shutdown? Do you think something will get done to keep the government functioning?
Look, I'm cautiously optimistic that the plane will be landed smoothly, but no one should ever underestimate the fanaticism of the far right. We often speak of China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran as our greatest adversaries. I would argue that our greatest enemy is the dysfunction of our politics. And if we've reached the debt limit, as Republicans are threatening to do, we will do infinitely more damage to the American economy than any foreign adversary ever could do.
That's a sobering statement, but I understand why you're making it. Let me move to this. with, well, I guess I don't have any time no longer. Anyway, I do appreciate everything that you said, sir. Very profound discussion we had today, and I look forward to seeing you again.